I think, the biggest problem is they work, and they work very well, and they're not expensive. So as long as you have that and you have human competition, you're going to have a problem. I had the outside influence of my brother and his friend, and then I had another outside influence of a trainer that I had hired, and people I networked with that were very knowledgeable in the business of steroids.
Do I think it would happen today? No. I think they are a little better educated as to the fears and the negative impact, as well as finally the professional sports taking action and setting policy on the use of those steroids or any other substances.
I think education is probably the biggest part, letting them know what does. I think hearing it from people that have done it, I think, is very important, more so than hearing it from a teacher that has never done it, or from a classroom, although that's better than not hearing it at all.
What can we do to help this athlete, whether it's male or female? What can we do to help them initially to get off of that? That would be the foremost, the concern that we would have. Second of all would be that we would want to know, what led to this and the signs and how we can learn from it. Lastly, we would then probably addressing any consequences that would go with it. You always want to have the thought and the desire that it's not in your program. I think now the situation is more of that coaches are being held accountable. So I think the coaches have taken a little better approach to making sure that they're meeting the standard, because the coaches need to be held accountable.
And that's something that we didn't have. We didn't have an equal accountability for our situation. That's hard for me to answer to those parents.
When I first came here, I was the outsider. I'm not sure that I ever was going to have a chance to be someone that was liked here, because the discipline of this school versus my philosophy of discipline were night and day. Fortunately, a new superintendent came in, Dr. Hurley, and some administrative people that believed in what I was doing.
There's an alley, look out, down the near sideline. It's going to be a foot race. Jabril Taylor cutting it back inside the 30. He may go all the way for a touchdown, and he does.
But what you play best is good Buckeye physical football. I love it lining up in diamond, and we just take it down the field twice. That's big time, guys. That's big time.
I got sober March 23rd of '95, and 11 months later, I had a workout with Indianapolis and had a good workout at their facility, and they offered me a contract. And for me, it was so surreal. When that day happened and I was that strong, I wanted to take a hammer and hit myself in the head and go, you dumb shit, why'd you even do it in the first place? And I think that was a crucial part of my story. It was huge for me to slay those demons that say, inside of you, you can't play in the NFL without steroids. And there I did it for 3 years.
So they gave me the reins to, go through the battles that you go through with parents and kids, trying to develop a program that you think is of good character.
You're not going to say anything to their coach about the stuff he's been saying. You're going to show class, or you're not going to play football for me. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. After the steroid thing, the record was, it was amazing. We won one game. In the third year, we ended up winning a share of the, winning the region championship. Things started to change with the stain on the program. I think that's where people started to say, well, you know what? Here is this group of people here in the community of Buckeye doing things the right way and going out and winning ball games and providing a lot of excitement to the fans.
Well, any football coach that's going to have success has to have people surrounding him, one that believe and trust in the way you're doing things. I think this year was a great reflection of my trusting them more than I ever have. And I know that the coaches that I'm surrounded by now know that my intent is to do things the right way. And they are a big reason why we've started having more and more success at Buckeye.
He has assembled a group of us that were very motivated, and we'll spend a lot of extra hours and time.
Buckeye football should fill the void of whatever it is that a kid is missing. If a kid is missing a father, Buckeye football should be that. If they're missing a mother, the Buckeye football should be that.
That binds them together even more than a Coach Barnes or a coaching staff. I mean, there's a lot of kids that this is what they have. This is their gang. This football program is what they draw back on. You know, we want them to feel like this is a brotherhood for them, and it's not just about X's and O's.
This Buckeye football never play us. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Pause.
Yeah, I think this year was a start of a new thing for us. So I think they have put in the work, and it's exciting to see that they're reaping the benefits of it on the football field. They're seeing the changes, and they're feeling the sense of a domination over their opponent.
And that will be the ball game. So Buckeye Union beating Verrado by a score of 53-14. Buckeye Union will move to 6-1, increases their record at home to 4-0. So that'll be fun to see how far this Buckeye Union team goes. They've really got a fine outfit.
They were determined to not lose in this sport.
So long, now you got your chance to show the world what you made of. Right now, it don't start on that field. Winning has to start inside.
We were 8-2 in the regular season, won our first round game to go to 9-2, and then got beat by the #1 seed Blue Ridge. And this program has gotten much tougher mentally. The parents are on board with the way we're trying to do things.
Thank you, fans on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, fans!
I could tell that our kids had a confidence level that I hadn't seen.
Football is an attitude. It's about personality. It's about running fast. It's about power. It's about dedication.
And we really tried to emphasize this year to our kids that it's cooler to go knock the heck out of somebody because it's allowed in this sport, and then reach down and help them up. That's pretty classy, and it's also intimidating. It's kind of like you've done that before and you plan to be right back there and do it again. This year we were given the award for all of Division IV football for sportsmanship. That means that we're winning, but we're winning with character and doing it the right way. I don't know how to tell you other than isn't it ironic?
You know, a focal point, I think, of the community is how well we do on the football field, and it really gets the community going.
There's a lot of people in this community that are excited for you. Last Friday night, I guarantee you, Buckeye community hasn't had that much fun in a long time, and you guys are the reason for it. People would walk up to our coaches and say, hey, we were at the Fountain Hills game, and what a great victory for your guys. But the fact is they were starting the sentence off with "we were at." No team, even last year's, came close to the off-season work ethic that this past football season had. And the beauty of that is this group coming back saw what happened when you work as hard as we did in the off-season.
It kind of carries over into, okay, you want that again? Good, nice. Next year we're gonna put in a little bit more work.
Now we need to increase those numbers, and I promise you'll see Buckeye play someday for a state championship. We still have the misconception, it's cool to be into the booze and the drugs, but you know, our society doesn't leave much room for that kind of mistake like it used to. We're trying to get them to understand it's okay to be a mature person and do things the right way, and it's fun, and it's not fun to lose. It's fun to win, and the way you win is doing things the right way.
How do you have fun playing football? Win! What did you do tonight? Win! Yeah, baby, give me hearts on 3. 1, 2, 3.